Do I think he walked into the owner's office and said, you must fire him? No, I don't. Do I think he has power in the organization? Let's not kid anybody. They were desperate to get a franchise quarterback. They had a chance. They brought him in. You bring me in, I'm bringing my boys in, and all of a sudden you guys have Nathaniel Hackett as my offensive coordinator. You got power. He probably has more power in his organization than any other quarterback does, and that includes Patrick Mahomes. Because if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I've already seen what my GM and head coach can do. I don't have to go in there and go, hey, I don't want to bring back Juju Smith. Hey, I want to bring in Kareem Hunt. He doesn't have to do that. He would have total trust in Andy Reid and Brett Veach because they've proven to him. The Jets proving? They haven't proved anything. Their track record is terrible. So Mahomes doesn't have this power. Now, he maybe down the road, he might want to have this power. Brady didn't have this power. So those are the two best quarterbacks. I'm sure Joe Montana didn't have power, total autonomy with the Niners. Elway didn't. Dan Reeves drafted Tommy Maddox in the first round. Did Dan Marino have total autonomy with Don Shula? Probably not. Aaron Rodgers has power. Now, does he have final say-so? Probably not. But you'd be crazy to bring him in, acquiesce to him, and then all of a sudden you go, hey, we're not going to run this by you. We're making this decision. You would say the following. Once again, I apply logic, and I know that's rare in this business. You would say to Aaron, hey, we got to make some changes here, and we're going to dismiss Robert Salah. Just to let you know that's going to happen later on today, so you're not blindsided by it. Okay, Robert Salah is going to be blindsided by it, but we don't want you to be blindsided by it. And that's probably what happened here. Because Aaron is going to be staying there. You want to make sure you let him know. Remember what the Packers did? Packers didn't reach out to Aaron Rodgers and say, hey, we're drafting your replacement until they were ready to draft his replacement in the first round. He's there drinking tequila, thinking he's getting a wide receiver. He didn't have a say in the Packers organization. Do I think he was the guy who his fingerprints are all over this firing? No, I don't. But his play is the reason why Robert Salah got fired. Score a touchdown against Denver. That's it. Don't fall behind and throw 3 picks and a pick 6 against Minnesota. He doesn't get fired. So no, did you have a say in this? You probably didn't. Your play did. That's why he got fired. And your buddy, Nathaniel Hackett, hasn't done a good job. So yes, you did have a say. You did play a role in Robert Salah being fired. Not, hey, go ahead and fire him. Okay, he can act like he doesn't have power and he had nothing to do with this. But he did. By proxy, he did. Yes, Marvin.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers has that power because the Jets are such an unstable franchise? Would he have that power if it was Baltimore or Kansas City?
Well, they wouldn't have brought him in and let him have that. Like, they're not desperate. The Jets are desperate. They haven't had a winner in a long time. Like a true winning team where you go, man, we're proud of that team. And they're still living off the fumes of a Super Bowl with Joe Namath back in the late 60s. They're desperate. That's why desperate times, you do desperate things. And that's what they did when they brought him in, paid all that money, and it just hasn't worked out yet. But Aaron can't be void of blame here. Yes, you played a role. Everybody on the Jets played a role. Certainly the offense played a role. Who's to blame?
Maybe more responsible.
Responsible.
Let's not put blame out there. Why don't we say who's more responsible?
Well, I'm going to put it on Aaron Rodgers because Rodgers, he got to bring in his guys, whether it was Randall Cobb or Alan Lazard. He got to bring in his offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett. And the issue has been the offense. He's missing in action during the summer. He's on a vacation to Egypt. The ayahuasca, journey as well. He missed all of last season. You're coming back from an Achilles, and you need to be there. You need to be there because your teammates are getting used to you. They didn't get used to you last year. You needed to be there. So I'm going to start there. The blame should be on Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to start there, and then you can trickle down. Nathaniel Hackett's his guy. So if you're going to say, oh, Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, well, who brought him in? Aaron Rodgers did. And I don't think this is a case of Aaron goes to Nathaniel Hackett and goes, okay, sensei, enlighten me. I think it's more of a, hey, we're buddies. Hey, I'm thinking we're going to do this. Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, go get him. I don't think there's a pecking order or a chain of command there. Feels like Aaron Rodgers is running the Jets. And now we're going to find out. Now you want to run the Jets? Go get them. Because this is a winnable division. They could easily win 11 games this year, or could have. So Tua is out. The Patriots are going with a rookie quarterback. And Buffalo may have played a little bit over their heads so far. This is a winnable division. You score 9 points at home against the Broncos. You go to London, and the quarterback that you jettisoned so you could take Zach Wilson is leading a team that's undefeated. Not a good situation. Not good. Yeah, Paulie.
I think after a day of thinking about this, I'm usually anti midseason firing. I think if you're Woody Johnson, you did the right thing here. If it was inevitable that the guy's going to be fired, let's try to jumpstart this season and not lose this season. With what you said, you have one team to beat in this division. One team.
And if they beat the Bills on Monday night, they're in first place. Isn't that crazy? I never would have brought Robert Salah back this year, but I think they were trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't have any insights. I don't have any contacts with the Jets. But let's apply logic, which is what I try to do. And that is, okay, Aaron played 4 plays. Let's get the band back together and try it one more time and see if it's going to work. I think Aaron was he on the same page with Robert Salah? I don't know. I don't even know if they were in the same book. I don't even know if they were in the same library. I don't think anybody's on the same page with Aaron Rodgers. And Robert Salah is probably, how many times did he go to a press conference and he would have to explain, defend, it just felt like, hey, where's Aaron? And then he said it's an unexcused absence there, which I was like, whoa, okay. It should be an unexcused absence when you're in Egypt and everybody else is there off-season workouts. Like, this is on Aaron. This is Aaron. You're a leader. You're getting paid. You're in New York. Everybody's all in. Let's go. But you weren't all in. And now you really have to prove, like, this shouldn't be your legacy. This might be your legacy. People forget about all the great things that you did. Green Bay couldn't wait to get you out of the building. And they flourished. And they found their quarterback. Denver was going to go all in on Aaron Rodgers because that's why they hired Nathaniel Hackett. Hey, if we hire you, will Aaron come here? I think so. And the Jets have announced they have signed Aaron Rodgers. And then Aaron brings his guy in. You want this? Now prove it. Go out there, be great. Yes, Mark.
If Hackett wasn't Rodgers' boy, would this have been like a Matt Canada situation in Pittsburgh where we know what the problem is, and it's the offense, and they got rid of Hackett?
They were going to demote him. That's the report. They were going to demote Nathaniel Hackett this week. And then all of a sudden they fired Robert Salah. But Diana Rossini will join us coming up. She'll have some information on this. The Jets have the 26th ranked offense. They have the 5th ranked defense. All you have to do is be average. Average offensively. Be a little better than you were last year with Zach Wilson, because remember, it was Zach Wilson was the problem last year. And while he was, who's the problem this year? Can't blame it on Zach Wilson. It's on Aaron Rodgers. You're supposed to make these guys better. Great quarterbacks make good players even better. Mahomes is doing that in Kansas City. Brady made a career out of doing this. This is what you need to do. And it's not that Aaron didn't do that in Green Bay, because a lot of those receivers and tight ends became better because of him. Now you have to do it. Here is your career. You got one more year. And how attractive is this job? I would never take this job. And if you said Rodgers is coming back one more year, absolutely not. If you said this is Aaron's last year, okay, I would consider the job. I don't want to walk into this. Do you think Bill Belichick wants to walk into this? Mike Vrabel wants to walk into this? I wouldn't. It may get uglier before it gets better. But I can't imagine. Everybody's like, oh, Belichick, he's the guy, or Mike Vrabel. Okay, they might be. First thing I would ask is, what's Aaron's contract situation? I would not want him back if I'm taking that job long term. No way. So now you have a coach you fired, and now you have a vacancy, and now how attractive is the job? It's New York. It's the Jets. You got a chance to revitalize. Oh, my God, if you win a championship. I would run. I would not want that job.